So you're hanging grass cloth, and if you're a professional, you know the problem with getting glue on the grass cloth. But if you're not, and you're a do-it-yourselfer, you'll probably do a good job on it until you make this fatal mistake. This grass cloth required that I overlap it and do a double cut. So the first thing I want to talk about is, when do you do a double cut with grass cloth? Secondly, I want to talk about keeping glue off of the grass cloth when you double cut it. Let me first talk about keeping glue off of the grass cloth when you double cut it. Look what I have underneath my overlap. How did this brown paper get there? Well, let me show you a tool. Before I joined my 2 sheets of paper, I took this $70 hand masker from 3M, and I did this over here. The rest of the paper is gone because I did my double cut, and what remained of this part is gone with the piece that I cut off. But now I have my underlap. You see this? This has to come off. And what is it stained with? It's stained with glue. But it's being protected by this paper. When I put this paper on, this was attached to paper that protected this part. And so, it really looked like this. But when I double cut it, this part comes away. And now I'm left with this part of my masking paper. And my underlap. You see, the do-it-yourselfer will do a great job until he or she comes to this. Then you're going to take this and separate it from the good. And when I say quickly, I mean as quickly as you can. Pulling it that way, get it off the wall. If you go slow, this will fall down and hit your wall, giving you a stain, possibly. I want to tell you something else about grass cloth. The rule is you can't get it wet, right? But you know what you can get it? Damp. This is a damp, very clean cloth. Watch this. That's not a problem for grass cloth. Don't get paranoid. If this were a white, a green, or a mauve, if it were too damp, you'd see it. You got to make a judgment call. I suggest that you take a piece of your grass cloth. For anybody who hangs grass cloth, even a pro handling a color he or she has never handled before, take a piece of it off, 10 inches by 36. Test it with a damp cloth. You want to be able to know what your grass cloth can tolerate in an emergency. Very important. Secondly, when do you double cut grass cloth? Here's the rule. When your grass cloth is stiff, unlike this stuff is not stiff. this stuff is very high end. Stiff grass cloth will not bend so easily. The bend will be like this. It'll get wrinkled before it does this. If it's thin and flimsy, double cut it. If it's thick, there's no need to double cut it. You butt the seams together, and the directions in there will generally tell you what to do. But I would use that as a general rule. If this is 54-inch grass cloth, which it's unlikely you're ever going to see it on the market. It's unlikely. This is atypical. Okay? And so, just to review, if you're double cutting grass cloth, you want to use a hand masker. I suggest that you buy it. If you're going to spend the money to hang grass cloth all around a room, spend the $60 and get yourself a hand masker. That's my suggestion. If you don't, hang plastic, tape it down. You're going to need somebody else. Okay? And then, when you double cut grass cloth, if you have a very flimsy grass cloth, like this is so malleable, it bends very easily. You really can't butt the seams together. You'll know by the seams won't butt together, they'll be raised up, they won't meet together. Let me show you what I mean. On the grass cloth that's firm, this is how your seams meet up. Just like that. But on this stuff, this is how your seams meet up. It's flimsy. It's been rolled up. It's got a lot of air in it. This is how your seams meet up. See the difference? It's not going to lay down. And in order to lay down, you wouldn't be able to do this. Okay? And that's how you do it. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Please click on like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks.